Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint. I'm here with another Omnibus haul. This is for Thursday, August 9th. I'm going to go over the 3 books I got, and I'm also going to do a comparison with that Dark Pheonix Saga and see what it double dips with the Uncanny X-Men book, so y'all stay tuned. Alright, y'all, first things first, we have the Punisher Max Omnibus by Garth Ennis, Volume 2. This finishes the run. I'm happy to get this. I used to have the oversized hardcovers, never got around to reading them. I ended up getting rid of those to get Volume 1 and now Volume 2. And I think I'm going to jump into this run soon. Man, this is supposed to be the best Punisher run. I like Garth Ennis. I've read a lot of his stuff. I've read Preacher. I've read The Boys. I've read his other Punisher run, the Marvel Knights run. This collects Punisher 31 through 60. And Punisher Presents Barracuda Max 1 through 5, Punisher the Tiger, Punisher the Cell, and Punisher the End. This has a $100 cover price. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And here is the back of the hardcover, spine, and the front. Alright, so the Punisher Max Volume 2. Can't wait to jump into this one. I might read this after the Avengers Omnibus Volume 2 by Jonathan Hickman and just knock out these 2 volumes. Punisher Max is like the R-rated version of Marvel Comics. The Max line, I should say. So who does the art on this? Is it Steve Dillon? No, well, I could tell it's not Steve Dillon. He has a very distinct style. A very modern looking art. I'm sure it's very gory and graphic. You see this guy's getting shot through the mouth. It looks a lot more serious than an Ennis book, but I guess I'm just used to like stuff like Preacher or The Boys, and him teaming up with Steve Dillon always makes for kind of goofy stuff, which is the team on the Marvel Knights run. But there you go, just to get an idea of some of the artwork on the inside. Next up, we have XMen Revolution by Chris Claremont. So this one collects the later part of X-Men Volume 2, which is the 1991, started with Jim Lee run. This is issues 100 through 109 and annual 2000. It also collects Uncanny X-Men 381 through 389, X-Men Unlimited 27 through 29, X-Men Black Sun 1 through 5, Bishop, The Last X-Man 15 and 16, and Cable 87. So this is all later Chris Claremont stuff. Some people, like Manimal for instance, was not really into the thought of this book because he figured eventually they'll print Uncanny X-Force Volume 4 and 5 and eventually get to this. But I figure, hey, until then, couldn't hurt to have another X-Men Omni. So here's the front, the side, and here goes the back of XMen Revolution. Here goes that XMen Revolution by Chris Claremont. Cool cover here. Got a graphic on the back. So I actually haven't even flipped through this yet. XMen Revolution. I don't know anything about this run, y'all. I just know it's late 90s stuff. X-Men 100. Yeah, this, I don't know anything about this stuff. Looks good though. It looks like the artwork is good. That kind of like Onslaught era of X-Men. Artwork is good. It's really good, man. Cool. Alright, last but not least, the semi-controversial Dark Pheonix Saga Omnibus. This has a cover price of $100. And a lot of people were asking me if they should get this. They were like hitting me up, Jem, should I get the Dark Pheonix or should I just get the Uncanny X-Men volumes? And I was telling everybody, just get the Uncanny X-Men. But when I started to compare these, I can kind of see why they did what they did with this. This collects X-Men 97 through 105. So that's right before Jean Grey becomes Pheonix and then becoming Pheonix in issue 101, and issues 125 through 138. It also has Pheonix the Untold Story, plus material from classic X-Men 6, 8, 13, 18, 24, and 43, Bizarre Adventures 27, and What If number 27. So in order to get this full story, you would really need both Uncanny X-Men Omnibus, right? Because Volume 1 goes up to 131, and that doesn't even have the Dark Pheonix saga. That's basically just the regular Pheonix. And then this one is 132 to 141. So that would be kind of the end of this book, the Dark Pheonix saga stuff. So if you're just a huge Jean Grey, Pheonix, Dark Pheonix fan, you might want to grab this omnibus. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't get the Uncanny volumes. This is, I guess, more of a condensed, focalized, centralized storyline about Dark Pheonix. Me, I mean, you know, I like to get it for the channel, you know, for the collection, to show you guys. The actual hardcover is pretty cool, man. It looks like, you know, that Copper Age Pheonix artwork on the spine, on the hardcover, wraparound cover. It's got this really deep purple paper on the inside here. It's got a really nice yellow ribbon. So it's essentially the same story, but no filler. Like, you know, these issues after issue, what is it? You know, 106 doesn't have anything to do with Pheonix, and then issues 109 through 124 don't focus on that, so it kind of cuts that out. It has material from classic X-Men, which is kind of a reprint of the Uncanny X-Men stuff, except for there might be added pages or just a little bit more fleshed out of a storyline. So I hope that kind of clears up what's the differences between the Dark Pheonix saga and the Uncanny X-Men Omnibus. The only really newly printed material in this book is that What If story and the Pheonix Untold story. So, I don't know. Should you get it? I think I'd still recommend getting Uncanny X-Men and even Classic X-Men. But if you're a completionist like me, it's one you got to get. Alright guys, let's take a look at this Dark Pheonix Saga Omnibus. I already showed you guys the front and the back. Cool stuff. Get that deep purple. The Dark Pheonix Saga. So it just jumps right into it, man, with issue 97. Colors look really good. Dang, looks tight. So I have read this stuff. I think I first picked it up digitally a few years ago, man, before I was into collected editions. But, man, for me, I can't really read on the iPad, man. It kind of, you know, hurts my eyes. I got them special eyes. So here goes 101, where she becomes Pheonix. 103, 105. So really, this is like a good jumping on point for X-Men too. Just jump right into the Uncanny X-Men with the Dark Pheonix saga. Dope artwork, man. Chris Claremont writing it. So here's Classic X-Men, right? So Classic X-Men, that's how it starts off. So it's hard to describe Classic X-Men because I didn't read it myself. I just kind of picked it up along the way. And basically they added pages to the original stories, and they fleshed out a couple of things. And it was always described as like a director's cut of the original issues. Here goes another Classic X-Men 24. It looks like it only focused on the Jean Grey stuff. Cool. It's a cool book, man. I'm glad I got it. Alright, y'all, so that's the Omnibus haul for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was only 3 books, but it was, you know, 3 Marvel books, 3 killer ones. Can't wait to jump into Punisher. Not really sure when I'm going to get into that XMen Revolution. But pretty cool stuff. Drop me a like on the way out. Drop a line. Did you pick any of these up? Are you considering the Dark Pheonix now that you maybe see it in person and have a better idea of what it covers? And y'all make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Omnibus hauls, for weekly polls, recent reads, and a bunch of other content, daily content. We drop something every single day at XMen Collectibles. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay minty. Peace.